That's the match we're going to see in Mistings.
Okay.
BorangeHat versus eNamorD. And BorangeHat is currently the top player in Mistings after another ship was promoted to League.
Okay.
And yeah, so
Very cool. Yeah, and I think Andrew's been having some strong performances as well. Very, very macro
yeah,
focused from what I've seen.
yeah. Anric is just a very, very solid macro player. Gets very large armies and A moves them. And BorangeHat has a few tricks up its sleeve, but it is very similar too.
Very cool. Yeah, so I'm interested to see what they'll do here. There's definitely something to be said with having some aggressive builds to mix in.
Yeah. On the bottom left, the green Zerg, Anric.
And on the upper right, the Orange Protoss Atalante. Both players having multiple identities. Atalante, also known as BorangeHat, and Anric, also known as eNamorD.
Yes. Also known as BorangeHat is also no. I mean, sorry. Anric is also Shadow Spy in our Twitch chat.
Very nice, very nice. I always remember that Atalante is BorangeHat because they always pick Borange for their color.
Yeah, that's very useful.
Yeah.
That's very helpful to people with bad memories.
Yes. So send a probe scout out and just went back on their way. Looks like they're putting their gateway in their main, so probably not doing a fast expand just yet.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we've got eNamorD going for Hatch Gas Pool.
Very normal.
Yep. And on Eternal Empire, probably the longest lasting standard map in the pool for the past year.
Yeah, it's also like the only map that I've seen every single race likes this map.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's a lot of neat features about it.
Yeah. I've seen one player who didn't like this map, and that was Froby, who used to stream Terran.
Mm-hmm.
And he just thought it was ugly.
That's
which is fair.
Yeah.
It's just brown and gold.
I think I liked it the first time I saw it, but then after like the 30th time, it was like, okay. It does have some neat little like cactusy features down here.
I like it because it's really good for mech.
That's fair, yeah. I definitely like having a rich geyser as a pretty safe expand, or well, one of your most natural fourth, I think, depending. But
yeah, Enric is correcting us in chat. It was a later gas for a fast layer.
Interesting. Okay.
Which makes sense. It's the Vibe Roach build, Vibe Roach Hydra. Enric likes to do that. There also aren't any safety Zerglings.
Oh, gotcha. And no Zergling speed either, right? Yeah, so just going straight into Roach. There's no Roach Warren yet. So, could be in trouble.
Now the Roach Warren comes down.
And so now we have this...
I think it's the right speed for the build.
Okay.
There is an Adept coming in, and standing behind the mineral line.
But 2 queens should be able to clean up an Adept pretty easily.
1 queen should be able to clean up an Adept pretty easily.
Fair.
But the Adept gets away. Just does some damage and leaves.
Yep.
Which is fine. I mean, what you want it for is to scout and to be defensive in case of, messy things.
Yes, yeah. Scouting with harassment is always fun. So they come in, they see the Roach Warren, and they start pumping out Immortals, getting their Twilight Council up as well. Probably going into Zealot Immortal Archon.
Zealot Immortal. That could go many ways.
That's fair.
I mean, I'm just flashing back to my game from 2 weeks ago that had no Archons.
Oh, fair. Yeah, so no third yet from eNamorD. I'm guessing that's a... Okay, taking it now. The vibe build tends to get a bit of a later third, correct?
Yes, it delays the third a little to have this safety Roach army, and the safety Roach army is on its way.
Yep. Very cool. Yeah, speed and +1 attack coming out for the Roaches, and we have charge coming in for the Zealots. So we've got eNamorD at 2 base saturation, and we've got BorangeHat still probing up.
Yeah, there must have been a lull in probing because BorangeHat is very much behind in probes, in workers.
Yeah. A little low on money too, so I wonder if they just kind of took some stuff too quickly. But also always good to spend your money. So
yeah,
not at all a criticism. I wish I could keep my money low.
That is two Immortals and
yeah, and a lot of
Stalker.
Gateway. Zealot Adept, I think, is an interesting combination.
Yeah. Now, BorangeHat sees this Overlord but doesn't kill it, which really bugs me as a player who really likes to kill Overlords. Anyway, the Queen sees the attack but is way overmatched here.
Yep.
Way outmatched.
Roaches coming in, but I think with this, I mean, two Immortals are going to take out these Roaches really quick.
Yeah, 2 Immortals with Zealots taking fire for them is just not fair.
But we have some Hydras coming out, which will probably, especially without much Zealot or Adept support, we'll probably be able to clean this up.
Yeah. Hydralisks are out, and they're getting the Hydralisk range and +2. They should support those Queens.
They were just watching.
And they are.
Warming up. They're newborns, okay? They're still figuring out how to walk, talk, spit acid. Oh, and recalled out.
Immortals get recalled.
Very nice. Still loses one, but I think that went very well for BorangeHat.
Yeah, killed a base, killed a lot of workers, killed a few Queens.
Though I do like...
That was definitely worth it.
I do like from eNamorD double expanding after losing a base. It's usually a solid call if you want to keep yourself in a game and you have the money for it.
Yeah.
And they're still...
BorangeHat is also expanding.
And eNamorD's lost the worker lead, I think, after losing 10 workers. That'll happen. And I like the Warp Prism coming out from BorangeHat.
And the Immortals also picking off the third, but now it's going to die to all these Hydralisks.
Oh.
Oh.
I wonder if that was a misrally.
Could have been, but the Warp Prism is here. It does get spotted, but
now, this is an
it could still do damage.
Amazing Overlord spread from eNamorD. That's really solid.
Yeah. But that is only 5 gateways. So, yeah, that's 4 Zealots. That's not going to do a ton of damage.
Yeah.
I mean, it can do quite a bit, but...
Yeah,
they're focusing on drones.
Which, I mean, yeah, you could do that. Could go for the tech buildings, too. But, managed to kill off 4 workers. So, yeah, not the best exchange, but I like the idea.
Yeah, good idea, but you really don't want to lose the Warp Prism, and the Hydralisks were on top of it fast enough.
Does take out a couple of Queens, though, so that should slow down the larva production, because eNamorD's only on 2 Queens total right now.
Yeah.
So they only have like 4 or 5 larvae and a whole lot of money. Finally taking out that Overlord, 1 Stalker shot at a time.
Yeah. Getting a 5th, too. And that Overlord is dead, and eNamorD is supply blocked.
Oh, amazing. They were saving that just for you, just for this moment.
Yeah, so that's a macro hatch on the way. I was just thinking that like a macro hatch would be very good with this financial situation.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. Just so they can get their larva up. And they'll have 5 hatches to produce things.
Yeah.
Making some more queens.
Queens and drones. And hydras.
Yeah, for sure. So I do like the Overlord spread from eNamorD. The only things I think I would do is maybe put like a Zergling, even if they're only a slowling, here and here by the ramps, just so you can tell where an attack is coming from and when it's coming. Because right now,
Or at the towers.
Or at the towers, yeah.
The towers really command the ramps.
For sure, yeah. Because like right now, though, like they're not going to see the army actually moving out until it's at one of their bases.
Both of these, I mean, yeah. BorangeHat could also put observers around the map, or something.
That's true.
But he is using his robotics facility to get Colossi, which will be great against Hydralisks.
And also continuing to upgrade, getting armor. Armor is what you want to get in this matchup, right? Or is it attack?
You want both,
Okay.
honestly.
Oh, it looks like they're getting both.
He has 2 forges.
Yeah.
I would love to see a Colossus range,
Oh yeah.
which is super important, and it just makes Colossi so much better. Stalkers take down another Overlord and create another supply block,
Yeah.
but
Getting supply blocked at
eNamorD is already maxed out, so
yeah. And then sending their forces out to take out this base. So BorangeHat sees the army coming in now, and is sending their army
Yeah.
in response.
yeah. But does wait for his army to get
Yeah, getting the
to
army
get grouped
together.
up a little bit first.
Oh, and that's
which is
a
important.
devastating storm.
Yeah, those are some great storms and some pretty good Colossus hits. But now all of the meat shields have died. And 3 Colossus, I mean, they're very spindly.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think this is where, like you said, if they had the range upgrade, they would have probably cleaned up a little faster.
Yeah. But they do clean up,
That's true.
and they don't lose. They keep 2 of the Colossi.
And 2 more on the way. But then we have a near max out from the remax from eNamorD.
Yeah. Zerg OP.
That's true. So we have a
eNamorD doesn't have rally points set for all of his buildings, which is funny.
I wonder if they're missing a couple of the hatcheries on their hotkeys. I hate when that happens, and you just have a base with like 18 larvae unused.
Oof, that's a very good zealot run by.
Nice. I like how they went past the 5th and just went straight to the 4th, figuring
Yeah.
the fringe bases to be more defended.
But this is a fully maxed Roach Hydra army,
Yeah, and just continuing to
and
deny.
this is not a very fully maxed 2 Colossus, 3 Zealot, 2 High Templar.
Yeah, so half the army's sitting back a little bit.
And Colossus are great against Hydralisk, they're not great against Roach.
Yeah, so eNamorD managed to take out that army, and is taking out the remaining Zerglings, or sorry, Zealots. And BorangeHat down to 5 Zealots, so do have High Templars coming in, so making some Archons.
Making Archons, making more Zealots, making more Colossus. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good army for this. But
Yeah, especially because
it needs to be an army, and yeah, and that's just the power of macro.
Yeah, for sure.
Zealot Archon Colossus is a great composition, but
Yeah. GG, well played.
that was a 3rd remax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Yep, so Enric manages to take the win after getting set back a few times, just powering through with macro. Okay, going into game 2 now. What's the map that we have for this one?
Romanticide.
Oh, interesting.
It's one of the new ones. It's actually one of my favorite of the new ones. It's that and Jagannatha, which I like.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I've only played a few on this, but I've really liked what I have played. I got cannon rushed from the bottom corner of my natural, because I didn't expect it to come from there. So in the top left we have Adelante, also known as BorangeHat, looking to take the series to 1-1 and get to a third game.
And on the bottom right, we have Anric, or eNamorD, or Shadow Spy. And the green Zerg, with the very toothy hatchery.
Yeah, that is pretty toothy. I was just noticing that.
Yeah. Still better than the classic hatchery,
Oh god,
I have
the
to say.
classic hatchery looks like fake vomit.
It's got a butt on top.
I mean, to be fair, so does the regular hatchery, but it's got enough teeth covering it up.
Yeah.
So, got this probe playing around here. Do we think we're going to see some sort of cheeky play from BorangeHat?
Well, that is a cheeky pylon.
I really like this, because we saw in the first game, there was a big window at the beginning of the game where eNamorD was kind of without defenses. Pretty much just drones and a few queens.
Yeah.
Getting a gateway
So,
and cybercore.
all in. Yeah.
So you think we'll see proxy buildings here, or is it just going to be warp-ins from the pylon?
Well, I mean, for the best warp-ins, you should also have a proxy warp gate to make the pylon a more powerful pylon.
Okay.
I'm not sure you're a Zerg main. I'm not sure if you know this super secret Protoss tech.
I thought it had to be near a nexus. I didn't realize a warp gate would do it as well.
Yeah. So chronoing out another zealot and the warp gate upgrade.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And yeah, getting...
And that's a Twilight Council, another gateway.
And so eNamorD sees no natural, is going to see a couple zealots on the ramp. And I like that the chronoing stops for now, so eNamorD doesn't get like a beacon of, oh hey, they're chronoing out zealots.
Yeah.
But I think 2
Even though...
one base. Oh, and we do have a proxy down here as well.
Yeah. So that'll be 4 warp gates.
So Enric is responding. They're making a spine crawler.
That's a very good response.
Yeah. And then walling off too. I'd say you could even probably do a full wall off if you can catch the zealots coming in beforehand and just kind of keep them out. Though then they would lose their roach warren. They'd need to rebuild that somewhere else as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and eNamorD's at a bit of a supply block right now too. Oh, and they do the full wall. Yeah, I think this is full.
They're... No, you still need a unit in the wall, but that is a wall.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no?
Yeah, I think this
Can the
full
queen
wall's-
not pass through the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah, the queen can't pass through the wall, so eNamorD has to cancel an Evo, move it, and
now,
the queen sits in the hole.
So now we have the zealots coming in, and the roach warren's up, so they might be able to get the roach warren up the roaches up in time.
Yeah.
Spinecrawler is really well placed too, can hit all of these things while they're attacking the wall. But they
Building Evos behind with the thing, but not fast enough. Okay, the zealots pass through. That's just another. That's pretty poorly placed.
Yeah, the roaches are out
Yeah.
now, so they might be able to help. Definitely want to make a second roach warren at this point, though, so you can keep your roach production up.
The wall's been broken with the roach warren. And the roaches are surrounded by zealots.
They have a nice position here behind the queen, so the queen can tank.
Yeah, that's very good. And the queen survives tanking, which is also very good.
Yeah. Honestly, just to have the roaches start attacking these evolution chambers so they can get broodlings out. Easy defense.
Yeah. Though getting more drones instead of getting zerglings or another roach warren, that's very dangerous by Enric.
Yeah, maybe a little overconfident, think that they have enough to defend, or just a little thrown off.
So, it's working.
Yeah, these elves going home.
BorangeHat runs off, and yeah, has 2 stalkers at home. BorangeHat has pretty much given up on this attack, I think.
Yeah. Quite a deficit, though. Doesn't have a natural yet, taking it now. And I think eNamorD's in a good spot here.
Yeah, Enric's in the lead.
They can get 5 upgrades at once.
Has more Evo chambers than any StarCraft player really needs. Can only get 3 upgrades at a time, so the extra 2 are really unnecessary.
They're broodling batteries. But yeah, we can. Maybe if they get to Hive and Vipers, that's when they'd actually be useful. But
oh, there is another roach warren in the main, but I missed.
Oh, perfect. And then going back to droning, getting their +1 up. And
yeah, just moving overlords to a random spot, not doing the really good overlord spread, which is fine. I mean, after getting all in like that, you're probably a little shaken.
Yeah, and I think usually after an all-in like that, you expect air to be the next transition. I know for like cannon rushing, that's usually what happens next.
Yeah. But no, Adelante's going Templar.
Yeah.
Okay, looks like he's going to try to do something standard. Though it is good if you're doing something like that. I just thought of something. Anyway. Yeah, it is good if you're doing something like that to have either something flying or something robotic with your army.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I just remembered that in the Doof League, Adelante did a lot of stuff with Dark Templars.
Oh.
And they're like the best comeback unit in the game. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them.
Yeah. This Overlord's going to finally spot the proxy.
Yeah.
Well, I did not know that, but yeah, the warp gate makes that working a lot faster. That's smart.
Yeah. So restarting the warp gate attack, but way too late to restart that one. And fast roaches are out, and they're going to go after the warp gate.
So we've got this little warp gate army coming out as well. I'm guessing probably going to the natural. Oh, if they could get in here and then just force field the remainder of the wall, they could probably get some major damage done. Because this is really not good to reinforce with. Like, roaches are going to get stuck all over. But they go home.
But no, Enric has twice the worker count. Is macroing up. Could probably take another base soon. Sending out creep to be more aware of attacks. Yeah, Eric is saying that their wall was bad, but honestly, after you repel a zealot attack, you don't need a wall. And like Nuke Noodles said, a wall would actually hurt you.
Yeah, the wall was good for the response. I like responding with making more of a wall to keep the zealots out. That's definitely what you wanted to do there. You just happen to have some extra units or extra buildings afterwards, which is perfectly fine. Rather have some extra buildings than no buildings.
So, Zealot Archon Stalker coming out. Would be really good to have waited for that immortal because you've already seen the roaches, and immortals are the counter to roach.
Yeah, they're able to slip right in here.
They come in, and zealots run in. Guardian shields goes up, but a little late.
These are doing
And one Archon's gonna die? Nope, one Archon survives on pure 10 hit points. And the others get recalled for... Why? The attack was already inside. You're just leaving your Archon and Zealots to die.
Well, they died at the price of 25 drone lives, so this attack's still doing damage. Takes out another queen.
That is damage that could help keep BorangeHat in the game.
Yeah, while they were attacking, they did take a third. So definitely starting to, well, I'd say even up, but Atalante has gone into, sorry, not Atalante. Of all the names, I picked the wrong one. eNamorD has gone into their 5th base now, too.
Yeah. And they've taken the rich geyser base, even though they're not taking the geyser. And they haven't taken down the wall connecting the 5th to the 3rd.
Yeah. Though they are droning up in response, and I feel like you'd probably want to make some army at this point. You should know that you have a decent worker lead. You don't want to over-drone and end up losing, but yep, now they're making a whole bunch of Roach Hydra.
Yeah. They scare this army off. And they might kill the Immortal. Yeah, they chase the Immortal down. The Stalker bravely runs away.
They flee to the shadows.
Atalante gonna get a 4th.
Yeah, I like that. I think that makes sense. You want to have a bit more of a... It's a bit risky, but I think they need to take risks at this point to get back into the game.
Yeah.
That being said, eNamorD just maxes out, and that means it's push time.
Mass Roach Hydra with 2-1 is a very good push.
But oh, speaking of the Doofly, we've got a Dark Shrine coming out.
Yeah, that would help, especially because eNamorD didn't get any detectors. Also has workers just chilling at the 3rd.
Oh, they probably got... The rally point probably got messed up or something.
Yeah.
We've got this push coming out.
Oh, no, there is an Overseer. Okay. So Dark Templar won't be that helpful. And this army is trickling in, and it's getting sniped down before everyone can be in position. And that's just a 200 supply Roach Hydra. And the GG.
Yeah. So, pure overwhelming macro leads eNamorD to overtake BorangeHat.